Hello, it's February 20th, 2017, and I'm going through a couple emails that I thought were kind of interesting. Maybe you want to hear my answers to after Vic's show, the Dogman Encounters. I got a lot of email. I'm still getting email asking for interviews and just questions, and that's what I wanted. I wanted people to share with me their stories as well, and they had some personal questions about my experience, and I get this question a lot. What happened to your camera? Did you ever find it or get it back, as it were? You mentioned that you had left it lying on the table and returned to find it gone. But then I don't recall it or the video that you recorded being mentioned again. Did they just disappear? Yes, my camera disappeared. Like I said, the camera was gone. I put it on the table. JC saw the camera after I came back during the daytime reconnaissance with JD. I had footage on there. I was interviewing him. We were looking at, he took me to the place where he called the OP, the observational point, which we had gone back to that night, and that was the scary, that was the freaking terrible scariness. But I had recorded very large, oversized dog footprints. We saw the flattened area on the OP, where there's a big, huge body had flattened that area, and you can look out and you can see Ron's property, and you can see their neighbor's property, which was, it's about half a mile away. But, well, that happened to JC too. He had lost his glasses there at Ron's. This is like the first or second time he's ever been there. Then this happened. He lost his sunglasses and couldn't find them, just like me with the camera, couldn't find them. And like half a year later, boom, they're on the kitchen table. And so he asked, so he says this raises another question in my mind about there possibly being paranormal. I'm having a difficult time getting my head around that. No disrespect, meaning by what I'm going to say next, I have no idea why it's so hard for people to get their mind around the fact that these creatures, this is my opinion, right? Well, this is not an opinion to me because it's archaeological evidence and historical evidence, or this supports this idea that these are creatures that are products of a fallen angel, and they're tampering with, everything created, all manner of biological creatures that live on this planet. Now, I don't know why to me, it's not hard for me to wrap my mind around. Yes, an animal can be, or a creature, can be flesh and blood, yet possess paranormal qualities that we do not know how to explain, like walking through walls. That was mentioned in the Bible many times. Jesus himself walked through a wall after he resurrected. He was also flesh and blood, flesh and bone, yet he was able to walk through a wall, okay? These creatures are being described as being able to leap 20 feet in the air from standing on the ground. That's just not normal. They have obviously some kind of control over gravity or something that we don't understand. They're also able to hide or maybe just disappear. I think that they are able to go in and out of another dimension. To me, what's the big, why is that so hard to deal with? I don't know, because, physics and quantum mechanics is constantly coming up with new things, and string theory, all that stuff. Even Einstein, they all have these. It allows for these kinds of interdimensional things, especially when you start talking and thinking about CERN. Quantum mechanics itself, particles. They have shown that particles can be at two places at the same time. All right. So I'm just going to read part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is the Book of Giants, and it's taken from the Book of Enoch. And the Book of Enoch itself was referenced in the Bible, both in the New and Old Testament, and obviously Enoch himself, he wrote it. And I don't think that it's something that should be thrown out. It is part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. It is very, very worthy to be taken seriously, and it is taken seriously among scholars, biblical scholars, Christians, and and archaeologists and historians as well. So here's some parts of the fragments that they found. They can't find some of the pieces of it. It's illegible, or they've just been crumbled away, deteriorated through time. But those pieces that are missing, I'll just say, I'll go over them and just say what I can see here. So they said they knew the secrets of, they meaning the Watchers, the fallen angels. Sin was great in the earth, and they killed men, and they begat giants. Everything that the earth produced, the great fish, the sky with all that grew, fruit of the earth, and all kinds of grain, and all trees, beasts and reptiles, all creeping things of the earth. And they observed all, every harsh deed and utterance, male and female, and among humans. 200 angels chose animals in which to perform unnatural acts, including, presumably, humans. We know that for a fact, because in Genesis 6:4, and 6:8, it directly says that the fallen angels mated with the women of earth, female humans. And that's why God flooded the earth. 200 donkeys, 200 asses, 200 rams of flocks, 200 goats, 200 beasts of the field, for every animal, for every bird, for miscegenation. The outcome of demonic corruption was violence, perversion, and a brood of monstrous beings. The book of Job talks about, or is it Isaiah, talks about a satyr. And Brenton Samwind says this, he's mentioned this before, and this brought it to my attention again, that the satyr in Hebrew, that word, the Hebrew word for it is hairy man. And it goes on to say doleful creatures. So, and the hairy man, it describes later in the Bible, they live apart from humanity. Sounds like possibly Bigfoot, right? They begat giants and monsters. All the earth was corrupted with its blood and by the hands of giants, which did not suffice for them. And they were seeking to devour many. There's hardcore proof all over North America that the Native Americans before them, the Anasazi, they were fighting a race of giant red-haired beings that were cannibals. Period. I mean, these giants love to eat people. Flesh monsters will be, they arise lacking in true knowledge. Remember, because it's 99 truths to tell one lie. Because the earth grew corrupt, mighty they were, considering from the angels upon, and in the end it will perish and die, for they caused great corruption on the earth. So the giants began to be troubled by a series of dreams and visions. Mawe, the Titan son of the angel Barakel, reports the first of these dreams to his fellow giants. He sees a tablet being immersed in water, and when it emerges, all but 3 names have been washed away. The dream evidently symbolizes the destruction of all but Noah and his sons by the flood, because Noah and his people, his relatives, did not have corrupted DNA. So, to answer that question in the email, yes, it is possible for a flesh and blood creature to have paranormal aspects about it. I think these creatures are increasing in their frequency with their interaction with people, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that in days to come. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye.